What's up, guys? It's your boy Dr. Mallow, and right now I'm trying to figure out how to get a good aspect ratio on my videos so that it can actually fit on YouTube screens. So go ahead and let me know how it's looking for real in the comments below. Today we're gonna be talking about skipping. I didn't do it much, but I have a couple interesting experiences. So sit back, grab your snacks. Today we got some Takis of Fuego. I don't know how to read Spanish, but I'm gonna assume that says Fuego because Takis be hot. So the first time I heard about skipping, well, skipping's been around honestly since like the beginning of time, dog. And people have been skipping since like middle school. But in middle school, what are you gonna do? Like, unless you live near the school, especially where I went to school, you're leaving school just to what? Go to the library, they're gonna snitch on you. Go to the fun center, they're gonna snitch on you. Unless you're going home where you're snitching on yourself, unless your parents don't care, then there's no point in skipping, you feel me? But anyway, yeah, my first time actually skipping was was in eighth grade. Me and my friends didn't like the school lunch because it's school lunch. Come on now, and we just decided we're not gonna go to lunch anymore. And how our school was is you either go to the lunchroom or you go to the library. Then they stopped taking away, like you couldn't go to the library anymore for whatever reason. And so what ended up actually happening is me and my friends, so our orchestra room had like a little space, and like it was like in the back, but it also led to these double doors that led up a stairwell, and then these other double doors that led out the building. But it was still like a pretty big space, you feel me? And so me and my friends, when our teacher wasn't looking, we would just run into the stairwell and then run behind the little space, and then we would basically just skip lunch, and we would just eat our chips, watch YouTube, talk, laugh, have a good time. So one day, the group of sixth graders come like they usually do, and this time they were a little bit rowdy, like more rowdy than usual. And Lil Bro pushes he pushes his he pushes a kid through the doors, right? And then he sees all of us sitting there, and he's like, "Ah, they're running! They're like he's like they're trying to run out the building or something like that." So me and all my friends we get up and go. So it was me and my friend R, bro. We book it to the bathroom, and we're in the clear. We're pretty fast, so we hit the dash. You feel me? But then J and B, bro, Jay grabs her arm and like speed walks to the girls' bathroom with her. And so now we're all thoroughly freaking out, and everyone's like, what are we gonna do? They're gonna find out and all this. I literally look at them and I'm like, yo, everyone chill. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. Unless they have us on video camera, we don't tell them anything. If they have us on video camera, we minimize the situation. And honestly, once again, still don't tell them anything. They don't know anything. They only know what they saw. You see what I mean? So we've never been caught before. So we're gonna be fine. And then we're like, cool, cool, cool. Now, Jay, she's a nice girl, okay? She doesn't get in a lot of trouble. She's real quiet. She's real to herself. And so I'm expecting her to snitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I didn't have 100% faith in Jay, bro. But I was still like, hey, maybe she can hold it down for the game. Let's see what goes. Let's see how this unfolds. You feel me? It's near the end of the day, and me, J, and B have the same class. So we're all just like, anyone get called? Anyone get called? No, we're good. All right, we're good. Like 5 minutes into class, Jay gets called down. Bro, I've never felt so scared in my life. 10 minutes later, me and B get called down. We're walking down there, we catch up with R. Bro, we're like, wow, she folded. She folded. She snitched, and we're all going to jail. This is over. We had a good run. Like, share, subscribe. But so we get down there, and they're just like, so, Driss, R, you guys were fast. We couldn't even see you on the screens. You guys were literally blurs. But Jay here told us what we needed to know. And I was like, I knew it. She's a op, bro. I knew it. She's a op. And so I was like, then they start asking all these questions like, why are you guys doing that? And we're like, the school food sucks, so we're not gonna be in the school lunchroom. And you're like, that's considered skipping if you think about it because the school doesn't know where you are. You're not supposed to be there. That's why you're hiding and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, we would go to the library if we could, but we can't. So I mean, come on now. Like, if you give us one option and we don't like that option and you take away our second one, we're gonna make our own option. You gave us A, B, honey. We're making C. Don't play with me. But ooh, I'm not a rapper though. But yeah, they were like, that's usually a 3 day suspension. But because you guys, it's your first time all getting in trouble and this, that, and the third, we're just gonna give you guys 3 days detention. I served it like the beast that I am, and yeah. Now the second time skipping was in freshman year. Um, Me and my friend T were sitting in class with an old lady that was a substitute, and she clearly did not know what was going on. She let us run the class, and so I look at him and I'm like, I'm not trying to be here. Let's dip. He's like, let's dip. I'm like, let's dip. So we hit up my friend M, and I'm like, yo, come here. Because he has like a deep voice compared to a lot of us. And I'm like, come into our class. I give him the number. I'm like, come into our class and say that you're an admin and you need us, and we're going to go skip. And he's like, for real? I'm like, yes. And he's like, cool. I asked to go to the bathroom, and then I catch up with him just like by coincidence. And I was like, all right, chill here. And then after like 30 seconds come in, 30 seconds later he comes in and he was like, I need Driss and tea now. And I'm like, oh yeah. So all the kids already know that he's capping out his teeth, but the sub doesn't know. And so she kind of just lets it happen and no one snitches. And we get out of class, and I know from experience, bro, if you're not doing anything wrong, walk and act like you're not doing anything wrong. And you know who's gonna tell you anything? Nobody, because you're not doing anything wrong. So we post up, we get to about like the corner, and I keep walking, and at the time we didn't know that this was the principal that caught us, by the way. But it's the principal, and she's walking towards us, but she's on her phone. So I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna keep walking like nothing's happening. I'm stress free. She looks up for a second, and I keep walking, and she goes back to her phone. But then I look to my peripherals to see who folded, and T and M are like, they stutter and they start walking back. And so I'm like, bro, what was your beef? And then I'll turn to like try to get them to stop, and she looks back up and she's like, boys, come on down here. I already caught y'all, because she wouldn't have got us because she was already turning to go into like the main office and she was on her phone. And I was just so annoyed. She brings us to our grades AP, and he's super cool. He's like, you guys know who caught y'all? And we're all just looking at each other like, no, who was that? And he goes, that's the principal. And we all just like sink in our chairs, bro. But it was whatever. We weren't really stressing super hard. Um, they just ended up giving us in school suspension, but it was the last period of the day, so we sat in there for like what 10 minutes, and we were scot free, for real, for real. Now my last time skipping was sophomore year. We had a concert, and we were all in concert clothes, so we just told all of our teachers that we had to go practice for the concert, and we skipped like 4 periods, and we just walked around the school and stuff like that, and we just tried to avoid encountering the same admins over and over, so like we wouldn't go to the same hallways too many times and stuff like that. And I remember our counselor, I really like our counselor. She was like, what are y'all doing? And we were like, oh, we're just practicing for the concert. She was like, y'all better not be skipping. And then we're like, no, we would never skip. And she's like, uh-huh, get yourself to class, Driss. But yeah, guys, that's my stories on skipping. Honestly, if you ain't got a car, don't do it, because what's the point in skipping in school? You're skipping the class so that you don't, so that you're not in there, but you're still in school. So what's the point, honestly? But whatever. Honestly, don't skip unless you got a car. That's the moral of this story. Like, share, subscribe. I'm working on my resolution for my videos. I'm gonna go back to my normal schedule after this though. I just want to double upload just to give y'all a little something on my old and new computer. You feel me? But besides that, I'm going to try to keep uploading to my regular schedule, like I said in my previous videos. Um, the next story, I'm planning on doing a collab with one of my good friends and my sister, Zaylin. And so, we're going to talk about how it is to be from the jungle. You feel me? But until that video gets released, which probably will be next Saturday, sit back, chillax, and I'll catch y'all dogs on the flip. Deuces, my guy.